Assemblywoman Backus. Assemblyman Carter.
Present.
Assemblywoman Duran. Assemblywoman Hardy. Assemblywoman Howdigy. Assemblywoman Kasama. Assemblywoman Monroe Moreno. Assemblyman O'Neill. Assemblywoman Torres. Assemblyman Yeager. Assemblyman Urich. Chair Marzola.
I am here. Please indicate all committee members present. I just want to go over a few housekeeping rules. Please turn off all of your electronic devices so we are not interrupted. We expect courtesy and respect in all our interactions during our meeting, even if we may not agree. Today, we will conduct a work session to take action on measures the committee has heard in previous meetings. It is not customary for the committee to take testimony or otherwise rehear the bills during a work session. However, I may invite a witness to come forward for clarification or questions during our consideration of a measure. We will now begin the work session, and I will turn over the meeting to our policy analyst, Ms. Paslev-Thomas, to go over Assembly Bill 21.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Margie Thomas. For the record, Assembly Bill 21 revises provisions related to persons engaged in the transmission of money and certain related activities. It was sponsored by the committee on behalf of the Division of Financial Institutions of the Department of Business and Industry, and it was heard on February 15th. There are 7 proposed amendments by Sandy O'Laughlin, the Commissioner of the Division of Financial Institutions, and these were presented during the hearing. The first is to amend subsection 2 of section 36 of the bill to delete lines 29 through 32, which removes the ability of the Commissioner to impose additional fees. Proposed Amendment 2 is to delete subsection 2B of section 50 of the bill, which removes the requirement of a person or group of persons acting in concert seeking to acquire control of a licensee to submit a non-refundable fee to the Commissioner of Financial Institutions. The third proposed amendment is to amend lines 30 through 31, page 32, subsection 1 of section 66 of the bill to retain or any subsidiary thereof. Proposed Amendment 4 is to revise the requirements set forth in subsections 1 and 2 of Section 74 relating to the amount of the surety bond that a licensee is required to maintain to provide that a licensee that maintains a bond in a principal sum of $500,000 or more is not required to calculate the average daily money transmission liability in this state for the purposes of the provisions governing the required bond amount. The fifth proposed amendment is to delete Section 76 of the bill and repeal NRS 671.140, which requires the posting of a schedule of rates. The sixth proposed amendment is to delete Section 77 of the bill and repeal NRS 671.150, which sets forth certain requirements for the remittance of money or credits to a licensee. And the seventh proposed amendment is to delete subsection 2 of Section 80 of the bill, which authorizes the Commissioner to impose certain additional administrative fines.
Thank you. Committee members, are there any questions? I don't see any. I will entertain a motion to amend and do pass on Assembly Bill 21.
Second.
I have a first from Assemblywoman Torres and a second from Vice Chair Howdigy. Is there any discussion? Go ahead, Assemblywoman.
I just wanted to thank the bill sponsor for taking the time to meet with me so that we could discuss legislation, and I definitely support the policy. Thank you.
Thank you. All those in favor? Oh, that's okay. One more. Assemblyman.
Sure, I'll make it quick. I'll be voting yes, but I'll be reserving my right. I want to look into this bill a little more on what the requirement for the 2/3 requirement. I don't see it initially, so I want to see it move, but I'll hold my right to reserve it just because of that one issue.
Thank you, and I appreciate you letting us know. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed say nay. Motion carries unanimously. I will assign the floor statement to Assemblyman Urich. We will move on to Assembly Bill 78. I will turn it over to Ms. Paslev-Thomas.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Assembly Bill 78 exempts certain provisions of jobs and day training services from licensure as nurses. It was sponsored by Assemblywoman Brown May, heard on February 20th, and there are no proposed amendments.
Committee members, any questions? I don't see any. I'll entertain a motion to do pass on Assembly Bill 78.
So moved.
I have a first from Vice Chair Howdigy and a second from Assemblyman Yurek. Are there any discussions? I don't see any. All those in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, say nay. Motion carries. I will assign the floor statement to Assemblywoman Brown May. Next is Assembly Bill 107. Ms. Paslov, you may begin when you're ready.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Assembly Bill 107 revises provisions governing certain pharmacies located outside the state. It is sponsored by the Assembly Committee on Commerce and Labor. It was heard on February 22nd, and there are no proposed amendments.
Committee members, any questions? I don't see any. I will take a motion to do pass Assembly Bill 107. I have a first from Assemblywoman Monroe Moreno and a second from Assemblywoman Torres. Any discussion? I don't see any. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Vice Chair, I will assign you that floor statement.
Thank you.
We will move to Assembly Bill 110. Ms. Paslov-Thomas, you may begin when you're ready.
Thank you. Assembly Bill 110 makes revisions governing the dispensing and delivery of certain dialysate drugs and devices used to perform dialysis. It was sponsored by the Assembly Committee on Commerce and Labor, heard on March 1st. There is one proposed amendment by Susan Fisher with McDonald Carano. It is to revise the definition of dialysate drug set forth in subsection 6A of section 1 of the bill to mean a drug solely composed of fluids, electrolytes, and sugars used for dialysis.
Thank you. Any questions, committee members? I don't see any. I will take a motion to amend and do pass Assembly Bill 110.
So moved.
A first from Assemblywoman Monroe Moreno, a second from Vice Chair Howdigy. Any discussion? I don't see any. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed say nay. Motion carries. I will take that floor statement. We will now move to Assembly Bill 124.
Assembly Bill 124 revises provisions governing the renewal of a license as an osteopathic physician or physician assistant. It is sponsored by Assemblywoman Hardy, heard by the committee on February 20th, and there are no proposed amendments.
Committee members, any questions? I don't see any. I will entertain a motion to do pass on Assembly Bill 107.
So moved.
A first from Vice Chair Howdigy and a second from Assemblywoman Duran. Is there any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those that are opposed say nay. Motion passes. I will assign that floor statement to Assemblywoman Hardy. Our last work session bill is Assembly Bill 146. Our second to last bill is Assembly Bill 146.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Assembly Bill 146 revises provisions governing video service. It is sponsored by Assemblywoman Marzola, heard by the committee on February 22nd. There is one proposed amendment by Hamlin Wade with DirecTV, and that is to amend the bill to, one, specify that the term cable service is defined in NRS 711.025 does not include certain video content, and two, make certain additional changes to the definition of video service set forth in NRS 711.141.
Thank you. Committee members, are there any questions? I don't see any. I will entertain a motion to amend and do pass on Assembly Bill 146.
So moved.
Oh, it's a lot of people. I'll take a first from Vice Chair Howdigy and a second, Assemblywoman Hardy. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. I will take that statement as well. Now, our last bill for work session, Assembly Bill 163.
Assembly Bill 163 revises provisions governing employment. It is sponsored by Assemblywoman Gonzalez, heard on February 20th, and there are no proposed amendments.
Thank you. Assembly members, any questions? I don't see any. I will entertain a motion to do pass on Assembly Bill 163.
So moved.
I have a first from Vice Chair Howdigy and second from Assemblywoman Monroe Moreno. Any discussion? I don't see any. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any opposed say nay. Motion carries. I will assign that floor statement to Assemblywoman Gonzalez. This concludes our work session today. Thank you, everyone. I will now open up for public comment. Please address your remarks to issues that fall within the jurisdiction of this committee. If you direct your remarks to issues over which this committee has no oversight, I will ask you to redirect your remarks. Public comment is limited to 2 minutes per person. Please remember to state and spell your name for the record and indicate your affiliation, if any. Is there any public comment here in Carson City? I don't see anyone walking up. Is there anyone in Las Vegas? Broadcast, is there anyone on the line for public comment?
Chair, the public line is open and working. There are no callers at this time.
Committee members, any questions or comments? I don't see any. This concludes our meeting today. Our next meeting will be Friday, March 17th at 1:30. Thank you, everyone. This meeting's adjourned.